Welcome back to Sadler Up Nails. I'm going to show you how I hand painted the black floral nail that you see in the background there. So first we're starting off by prepping our nail with Young Nails Protein Bond, and this bottle is pretty much empty. I used the last of it on that nail. And now we're coming in with Ugly Duckling's black polish. You guys know this is my favorite black polish. It is so pigmented, and I get full coverage in 2 coats. I'm just finishing up the second coat here, and you can see that that nail is fully covered. We do not need the annoying third coat of polish. And then after that, because we're going to do some hand painting, I'm going to come in with a matte top coat, just so that I'm not hand painting onto the dispersion layer. You could just wipe off the dispersion layer, but dispersion layers are uncured gel, and sometimes when you do that, you actually wipe color away. So I like to just apply a matte top coat before I hand paint. Here I'm just showing you all the colors that I'm using next. They are all by Bio Seaweed Gel, and I will list them all in the comments below. Bio Seaweed, they are absolutely great polishes for doing hand painting. They are very opaque. If you don't get it down in one, you're definitely good in 2 coats hand painting over a dark base, which is what we are doing here. So first we're going to wipe off the dispersion layer of our matte top coat to reveal that perfect matte finish that Ugly Duckling always leaves. And first I'm going to dip into this, I think it was called Sage. It's a light sage color, very opaque. You only need 1 coat of this. This polish is gorgeous for hand painting, and I am just using a very inexpensive striping brush that I have cut off additional bristles in order to make this a very, very thin brush. There are probably only 1 or 2 bristles left on this brush, and that is how you get the thin lines. So now for each leaf, I am dipping into polish and I'm loading up my brush, and then I'm basically just putting the brush down and then pulling. So it's just a drop and pull motion, and then you can see that I'm using my pinky as an anchor. So that's how you get your stability. You want to stable the pinky of the hand that you're painting with on like your other hand or your nail stand while you're painting, and that is what provides you with your stability so that you don't shake, and then eventually it will just become second nature for you. My pinky just drops every time I paint. I don't know, it stabilizes. So now I'm just covering the sage color in Kiwi just to brighten it up a bit, because Kiwi is a jelly polish. It is very transparent and would absolutely not show up over the black. So that's why I'm just putting it over top of the sage to just brighten up that green and make it more of a neon. So now I'm coming in with Candy Yams to paint the first hibiscus flower. Now this one, you can see I'm definitely going to need 2 coats of polish. Now what you could do is do the base of your flower in white and then cover it in your color. I honestly thought this was going to be full coverage in 1 coat. So I'm just going to go over it in 2 coats, and then it will look perfectly fine. The brush I'm using to paint these flowers is my Accents Detail brush. It's their number 2 brush. Again, I'll put it in the description. This is my absolute favorite brush for doing all types of small hand painting. If it's not a stripe, then I'm using this brush. It's just my absolute favorite. This is my second one. The first one I did not take very good care of, and the bristles got all frayed and destroyed. So this is actually my second of this brush, which I am taking a lot better care of. So now we are painting the purple flower, and this one is a one coat. This is a better full coverage. Now I'm just dipping into passion fruit, which is more of a hot pink, to deepen the center of the pink flower. And then I also decided to paint another pink hibiscus flower up in the corner because it just looked a little bare up there for me. And then this one is doing a lot better. I think it was hard going over the green leaf. But as you can see, this is covering over the black a lot better in just one coat. However, I do go over it with a second coat. And then for the purple flower, to add a little bit more dimension, we're just coming in with a lighter lavender color. I forget the name of this one off the top of my head, but once again, it will all be in the description box. Now I'm just going to add some smaller white flowers because when I did this first nail with just the pink and the purple, I felt like something was missing. And then once I added the smaller white daisies, I guess these are what they would be, I just felt like it added so much more pop to the design. And I'm using the exact same brush, and I'm just basically dotting in 5 little petals. This is Ugly Ducklings white polish. It is so opaque and so amazing for any hand painting. 100% recommended. And now I'm going back into the center of the flowers with some black. I know this is looking a little, but trust me, once we add like the stamen to the flower, it looks really good, and it just adds great dimension. Okay. And then lastly, we're putting in our yellow centers on the white flowers. And so now we're going to come in and do the stamen of the hibiscus, and I'm using that same striping brush that I used to do the green leaf, and I'm doing the same action where I just drop the polish and then pull it. So we're dropping the polish here, and then we're pulling it out to a point. And once again, same technique. And then there you go. It just adds such a beautiful finish. And then coming back in with my accent brush, I am doing these small little white dots. I prefer to use a brush versus a dotting tool to do tiny little dots like this. I have way more control with a brush, and it holds more paint, so you don't have to keep dipping back into the polish, whereas a dotting tool, every time you do your dot, you have to basically go back and load it back up. So now we're coming in with yellow over top of the white. So this is what you could do with your flowers. You could paint all your flowers white and then come in with your color to make them pop a little bit more. I decided to just do them all with the color. And then because yellow obviously this yellow is more of a jelly yellow versus an opaque. Therefore, I decided to do the stamen in white first, and then I'm going over top of it with the yellow. And then now I have not cured the yellow yet, and I'm coming in with this, I think it was called papaya. It's like a jelly orange at the base of the stamen, just adding a little more pop of color and dimension to the center of the flower. And then now you see how that black I added to the center adds dimension once the stamen has been added. So now I'm going to come in with Ugly Ducklings No Wipe Top Coat. It is a matte finish, but I'm doing the no wipe top coat first to kind of fill in all the bumps and grooves from the hand painting. And then I'm going to come in with the matte polish after. I also wanted to see what this would look glossy versus matte. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you prefer a glossy or a matte finish on this nail? So now we're coming in with Ugly Duckling's matte top coat over top of the glossy. So now we need to wipe off that dispersion layer and reveal the gorgeous matte finish. What do you think? I don't know now that I'm rewatching this video. I don't know. Glossy, you can see, I think, more dimension, but with the matte accent nails and the other nails glossy, I don't know. Comment below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.